Alka. Ball inadvertently went off her arm as a free kick for Abby Coles. That'll be headed as UMBC will have a free kick. Here is Chun. Chun will play it forward. Be chested down by by Reese, excuse me. Here's Koutsos. One final trickling in here. The Vermont Catamounts have beat New Hampshire 3-0. So Vermont further solidifies their number 1 seed. New Hampshire will stay at 13 points. They own the tiebreaker, however. Headed up by the Retrievers. Here is Reese. Uretska. Harvey will play it to Uretska. Some short passes by UMBC. Reed will now play it up. Benko looked like the goal went off the hand of a Seawolf player. Referee says play on. Stevenson. UMBC coming off a 3-1 defeat to Vermont. Here's a goal kick taken. Goal kick for the Retrievers to be taken by Coles. Stevenson will lose for it with a UMBC goal. As that ball sent in will be cleared. Here's Chun. Chun finds Benko down the left side. Here's the goal kick to be taken by Coles. 1. Madison Sleeman has entered the game for the goal on the season. And it was only a matter of time before Stony Brook took advantage of one of those free kick opportunities.
And number 15, Emma Beatty.
That's the goal Stony Brook desperately needed. And they now hold. Here's Coles with the goal kick. Headed on by. And that'll be played forward. Reed will head it up. Stevenson. Here's Chun. Benko. Field of the Retrievers. As Clearfield will play that forward. Raffanello. Raffanello will play it back to Chun. Here is Benko. She will replace Tatum Kauka. Here's Koutsos. Uretska. Here is Harvey. And here is Clearfield. Benko. Raffanello will lose possession of it. Chun. Here's Chun. Chun down the right side. We'll just retain some possession and play it back to Reed. Reed. Uretska. Chun. So a big win for NJIT as they are battle for it in the box. Reed will get it out. And further cleared by Clearfield. Here's Reese. Reese does a good job to keep it in play. We'll play it back to Stevenson. Stevenson will send it forward. Here's Coles. Harvey. Stevenson looks to win that one back. Ball's played forward. Chun wins it. Here's Raffanello. Dangerous pass back in the middle. Got away with it though. Here's Clearfield. Reed. Madison Sleeman in the game for the Seawolves. Sleeman with the game-winning goal in their last game with a 1-0 win over UMass Lowell. Here's Stevenson. Stevenson will play the ball left to play here in this one. Here's the goal. Here's the goal kick by Coles. Harvey. Raffanello. We'll play it back. Reed. Reed will. Here's the throw. Here is Cole. 7 minutes and 27 seconds left to play in the BC throw. Stony Brook needs a. Maine and UMBC have already been eliminated from postseason contention. Equalizing goal. With 40 seconds left to play here in this one. As the wind starts to pick up. And mission impossible for UMBC here.
4, 3,
as
2th minute. And then Vermont and UMBC, nothing to report 15 minutes into that game in Baltimore. Vermont trying to build on its 5-game winning streak. Catamounts are in first place. They could clinch the regular season champion.
And, you know, sometimes it's about catching fire at the right time.
We saw them really kind of spark that flame here on Lisa Sjogren's. And UMass Lowell can work out of the back here. Abigail Drezick, the captain. Olivia Sandel.
And for Stony Brook, Sam, I like that plan.
Drezick boots it forward for Brookshire. One-on-one with Beatty. Kemp. Nice little 1-2 to UMass Lowell. Looking for a win to stay in the hunt for the top seed in the regular season. An upset against Hartford. That's good news for Stony Brook. Looking at Hartford in the state
attack. So it'll be interesting to see whether Stony Brook can keep pressing and keep getting shots.
Then Drezick gets to the ball first. Stony Brook definitely pressing up high early on.
And Lowell has really seen that pressure when they're playing it out of the back. They've been getting the passes intercepted. Of course, what led to Alyssa Francise's penalty in the first place was just a poor mistake in giving the ball up and, you know, being a little too comfortable under that pressure. So it puts a little bit more pressure on them, obviously.
Drezick finds LeBlanc. That was basically the same pass they had earlier that led to the penalty, trying to play it out of the back on the ground. LeBlanc.
Both teams looking to pressure on the ball heavy.
Saved at the near post off a breakaway. Likely will qualify, but they need to take care of business today. Remember, if the results shake out and they lose, they could be the number 6 team. Only with 13 points, depending on what happens elsewhere.
And that's just so crazy to think of.
Yeah.
That
26 minutes to go there in Newark. No score in that one. Winner would be in position to qualify.
Plays and interventions. There would have been even more shots on goal from the Riverhawks.
You're only going going to get so many against this UMass Lowell defense.
Yeah, you're only going to get so many. 4 clean sheets already for Sjogren's. As a true freshman, too, that's a big mark.
Top for Stony Brook, Slayman, Francis, and Fiato. Meanwhile, substitute in for UMass Lowell. Fiato with that dangerous cross, but Sjogren's playing very well so far, the freshman keeper from Sweden for Lowell. And
behind her, and I'm sure she already has, but as soon as that ball hits the back of the net, if it does for Francis, that penalty won't even matter.
Well, her
finding width on the pitch, and it should be an even better second half.
Yeah, I imagine Mira Novak mentioned cleaning it up at the back during the halftime talk for UMass Lowell. And I'm sure the same thing for Tobias Bischoff, as you said, keep the pressure up. That's how we're going to get that finishing goal.
Stony Brook's end finishing can improve in this half or not. I mean, they've had a couple really solid chances, and it's either the power's there and the placement isn't, or the placement is and the power necessarily isn't.
It's knocked away by Mostarits and then cleared out by Callista Brookshire. Emerson Richmond Burke ranges out from goal. Gary Pearson had to dodge the referee, Jan Halaska. That's a miss.
They have kept that clean sheet through the first half, but it's getting dicey. Just to punch a ball out on a corner kick, there's just so many players around the box. It could take a deflection either way. And it went in Stony Brook's favor, and it was a good opportunity at a header.
Francis was putting the pressure on back there. Drezic and Mostarits had to dance out of the danger.
Time, you know, even I always go back to that that tackle in the first half, when she just went in on Francis and got all.
This one ended in a draw. Vermont would clinch the #1 seed and home field advantage. Vermont can hold on to the lead and win. It would clinch the regular season championship should these results hold here, and clinch it with a win in a Lowell draw or loss. Not much happening here in the second half on Long Island other than the injury to Abigail Drezic. She's been replaced by
Send the corner kick. They've been allowing a lot of them in this match so far. That was Stony Brook 7th, 4th in.
On Kalka. Hallie.
So right now is a good chance to maintain some of that possession, try and find the open person.
See if they can work out of the back here. Remember, Saga Holbrink is in for Abigail Drezic, who went out with injury about 5-10 minutes ago. That was with 34 minutes to go. Sjogren so calm with Francis sliding in. She has not been afraid as the keeper of this half. Ball for Francis. She's in behind. No foul. She wanted something with Mostarits right on her hip. That it just squibbed behind, and Sjogren's was able to cover it up.
And I was going to say, who was there for the intervention again? It was Mostarits, just making the most decisive plays when it seems that Stony Brook's in on goal.
Yeah, her, and tried to push her off the ball. DeBose, nice move to earn her master's in business administration at the end of this year from Stony Brook. That's an impressive degree, especially coming from this school, one of the top state universities in all of America. Does have 15 career goals. That would have been
change around the tactics and everything like that with substitutions before.
Kelly Buckley almost got around Beatty. Then she flicks it out. Stony Brook pressing Daniels along with the rest around the league. Hartford tied with Maine. NJIT and Albany also tied scoreless. Stony Brook would be eliminated from the postseason chase. Back post. Sandel gets it out for Lowell. Sandel put a spin on Daniels, who's now down behind the play. Francis has it.
Into play. Right back from all return to Hartford through this throw. Hartford comfortably moving the ball across the back line. Stony Brook, a team that likes to press high. And Hartford, a team that tends to enjoy their share of possession. They'll have to be careful with it in the back third. Doran looked over his shoulder just in time to see Franchise there. Wisely plays the ball upfield. Tatum Kauka using her body to take up a position there. Up over top. One of the premier strikers in the America East Conference. He chips it back to her goalkeeper. Maya Perez, so good with her feet. May as well be another outfield player. Area. Good sliding effort there from Darren Fahy. Comes Lexi Doran into the midfield. It's penned into their own half, but given away here. Sent right back to the feet of Maya Perez. Play it short. Perez making it look easy. Fahy again switching the ball across the back line. And Doran starting to dial in a bit as Hartford swinging the ball around the back. McFarland turning inside. Second defender there is in a pivotal matchup in the America East.
Goal scored at the 25th minute.
is the goal scorer, Severini, linking up with Vicky Foster coming out. Couple of players checking in at the scorer's table as the game moves past the 30-minute mark. Last time these two teams met was in 2019, where they played twice in 10 days.
Hopped on, but now she's sitting on the bench next to the trainer. Next time it goes out, Raz, I'll push it for you.
We saw Costa Garcia introduced. Hartford using a lot of depth on the day between their midfield three and their front three. Stone in a tight space. Perhaps a bit fortunate to come away. Still in possession. Now Doran looking long for Costa Garcia. Taken away by Stony Brook. So under 5 minutes to go now in the first half. Jadrzykowski going long. Foster under pressure. Connects with Ferraro. Ferraro tries to turn with well by the Hartford back line. Hartford in no rush to play this one out of the back until Perez. Goal scorers in the America East right now, 3 of them featured in this game. Jenkins and Lane and Alyssa Francis, all with 6 goals apiece on the season. Among the league leaders. Loose ball after making the initial save. So Hartford hold on to a 1-goal lead. But Stony Brook inching closer to the equalizer. Chloe Lane has some room, just too far in front of Costa Garcia. Not going to test Perez from that range without putting it right into the corner of the goal. Now inside the 4-minute mark. Good diagonal service. Again, it's the head of Fahy. Now Servone.